What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into CHGO Bulls Postgame, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download their app. Be sure to use promo code CHGO when you sign up. I'm Matt Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck, joined by my guys, Big Dave Bow, BAWL Sports, and our pal producer, Joey, officially 1K Spathis. Joey 1K! Made it happen.
Speech.
Aren't you so proud of our young man?
Give your speech,
he
Joe.
can't speech right now.
I know Joey's got a written speech. He's got something he's want to say. Been waiting for this moment, man. Joey, I know you've been waiting on this moment to give a speech, sir. Please give your speech.
So to start off, I'd like to ask you guys, what'd you say?
No, keep going.
What'd you say?
I said keep going.
Is the monitor working properly?
It is.
Okay. Well, I would just like to say thank you to, first and foremost to the Joeys and all the people that supported me. Still not really sure, why you guys have supported me, but love you guys all. And then, I'd like to, from the bottom of my heart, give a shout out to Matt, Big Dave, Will, and Mark, because, I'm being real here. It's like I do a lot of shows, but these guys have let me really be a part of the show, and they don't get annoyed when I talk and occasionally try and steal some of the spotlight. So seriously, a lot of love for these guys, and I've loved being part of it, and I love the community, and just excited for what's to come. So thank you guys.
You're not stealing anything, Joe. Wouldn't be CHGO Bulls without you, truly.
That's nice.
While we're giving shout-outs to people, we do need to give we're going to do it early, our DraftKings King of the Game shout-out to
Doing it now?
a man who literally accepted a physical trophy at center court of the United Center today.
Congratulations.
Carlik Jones, who was recently named the G League's most valuable player for the Windy City Bulls this season.
Yes.
Led the G League in scoring, also dished a bunch of dimes, played 12 minutes off the bench for the Bulls tonight. 11 points, 3 assists, 1 board, 1 steal. Not a bad performance off the bench, but mostly just wanted to give him king of the game because he's the actual MVP.
Yeah, and it was fun to watch it before the game, seeing him actually getting the trophy, getting the MVP trophy. That has to be a good feeling to get it like on the home floor of the team that that you want to be on the roster of.
Who just promoted you.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that had to be just a cool feeling to get that award. I'm sure you saw the video of his mom telling him that he won the award when he was at practice with the Bulls. So, just some cool moments for Carlik Jones. Very deserving, man. And it's just always good to see a guy, first of all, go through what he's gone through, to get to that level.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the height that he is, to go through that and to be the MVP of the G League isn't easy at all. So that height will always be a tall task, pun intended, for him to overcome, and teams will look at him in that way, but he's shown that he's good enough to do it, man, because care what you say, dog, it's an MVP. You know what I'm saying? You're the best player in the league.
Yeah.
That means something. You know what I mean? I don't care what league it is. You win the MVP, it's what it is. So congratulations to Carlik Jones, man.
The most valuable. Be interesting to see what happens to Carlik this offseason, whether or not he's still here or if some other NBA team gives him a deal based on his performance in the G League this season.
Not like we need point guards.
Your DraftKings King of the Game, Carlik Jones, G League MVP.
Yes.
Shout out to him. Don't forget that promo code CHGO when you sign up at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Sign it on up.
One more shout out before we get to today's riveting Bulls Pistons action.
Yes.
I wanted to shout out our friend Sean and everyone else who was working at the United Center today.
Yes.
He told us when he was at our watch party last week that United Center Security had an 8 a.m. call time for this noon tip-off today.
Yeah.
8 a.m. Easter Sunday morning. Sure, a lot of people want to be spending that time with their family and friends. Sure. Sean has some kids that he was talking about. He's like, man, I got to work Easter Sunday morning. So shout out to him and everybody who made today's game happen when they would probably much rather be spending the day with their family.
You guys
we always appreciate the work that the staff at the United Center does, but especially working holidays like that.
Seriously.
Much love to y'all.
Much love for going out there and doing that. 8 a.m. is early to be out there and having to be there. So
I don't even know what 8 a.m. looks like.
He's right. He does not. But they do. You know what I'm saying? And they have to be there, and they are part of the reason why, things go off without a hitch.
Yeah.
At the United Center. They're a big part of it, man. So, like you said, shout out to Sean and all the staff, the people working in the commissaries and all the staff. And, yeah, thank y'all for doing what y'all do to make it so much fun to actually go to the United Center.
Yeah, truly appreciated. So do you want to start with how many minutes the Bulls real guys play today, Dave?
Yeah, let's do that.
Before the game, Billy Donovan said, we're going to play Vooch and Caruso the first half. We're going to sit him the second half. We're going to start Zach and DeMar, who didn't play in the game on Friday.
Yes.
And I guess we, through Casey Johnson's sideline reporting, heard that Billy said, well, with talking through with the Bulls medical staff, we decided that we didn't want them to have essentially a full week between their most recent regular season game and playing this play-in game on Wednesday against the Raptors.
Who wants that?
To keep them tuned in shape. Yeah, whatever.
Who needs that?
We talked about the whole rest versus rust thing in our show on Wednesday of last week. Like, I get that. You want to go out there and let Zach and DeMar work up a sweat? Cool. They went out there and did more than work up a sweat. Zach played 26 minutes and DeMar played 24, Dave.
Yeah, I hated it. Every single second of it. I didn't like a drop of it at all. I didn't like the reasoning for it. And I'm not saying he's wrong. Obviously, they're smarter. They, what they do with their jobs. But I just don't agree with it because all I'm saying, and I said this to you, if the Bulls are a 4 seed, you think the medical staff is going to be telling them that? No, they're going to be like, go home and rest. And guess what? If you're a 4 seed, you're going to sit out an entire week on top of that.
Yeah.
Have you seen Giannis? Did Giannis get in the game?
I saw, I think it was Tim Bontemps who was covering Sixers Nets, which is actually, their regular season finale game was today. They're going to play each other in the 3-6 matchup in the East. Between the Nets and Sixers, 16 regular rotation guys sat. That's both of each rotations. That's 8 and 8, essentially.
8 and 8.
So, yeah, if the Bulls were sitting on one of those top 6 seeds right now in this regular season finale, do you think Zach and DeMar each play 25 minutes?
Hell
no.
No. Not one drop of it. This is why I don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? Because if it's good enough for the guys who win championships, it should be good enough for you. Those are arguments and things I look at, man. You're not going to see those guys out there be like, well, you're not going to play for another week. Let's risk an injury and put you out there. They'll be out for the year and destroy all your hopes of winning anything. Yeah. No, it was ridiculous. Fine, you want to put Vooch out there and Pat because they want to do their 82 games. I completely understand that. Made all the sense in the world.
Mad credit to them.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes.
Barely anybody gets the 82 of 82 anymore in today's NBA with load management and then just being extra cautious with minor injuries.
Yeah.
Playing 82 is no small feat.
Yeah.
And you have to respect them for that.
No small feat at all, man. So, yeah, you want those guys to achieve that. I get it, but you saw Vooch went to the bench early to the point he went, changed clothes.
Showered at halftime, came out in street clothes.
He was like, I'm not playing no more.
That's a flex.
That's a super flex. And that's the flex that I wanted to see from the other players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't want them to play deep into the third quarter, man. I hated it. I didn't want to see that. And I thought it was taking time away from the younger guys at the same time who don't get out there and get a chance to play. I wanted them to get their shot as well. This is the last time they're going to play this season. Let's be real about it. This is the last time they're going to be out there getting an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? God forbid an injury or something occurs in the play-in. But, yeah, this is more than likely be their last time. So I wanted to give them all the time in the world to make their case as to why they should still be on this roster or make their case to other NBA teams who might be looking for somebody in the position that they're in. So I hated it. Bottom line, I hated it.
We said, if they come back out and are starting the second half, what the hell?
What the hell?
And then we were like, oh, my gosh, Zach and DeMar are actually still out there in the second half. And then we were like, okay, 6-minute mark of the third. Come on, Billy. And there was 5:53 in the third, and they were still out there.
With Patrick Beverley. 36-year-old
who
Patrick Beverley.
Was catching elbows to the face, picking up technicals.
DeMar getting rolled up on his leg twice. It's stuff like that, man.
I don't get that.
I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Not one single solitary bit. Give a damn what they told you. They sit down. Sit down.
And look, I get that a lot of these guys, most of them, are guys who want to go out there and play. They want to be playing. Even vets.
You're competitors.
Like DeMar and Zach. You want to be out there playing, but there is a risk-reward in these kinds of games that mean nothing.
Yeah.
But could mean something for the players trying to prove something and the Bulls organization and staff trying to evaluate some of the fringe guys on this roster that they need to make decisions about this offseason. Those minutes, I think, and not like one game and playing 25 instead of 15 for Dalen today could make some grandiose change of mind from somebody, but it's still just like, but why?
But why?
When you could do this thing that's somewhat beneficial to evaluating the younger talent on your roster in this game that means nothing, why?
Just didn't make sense. And I wish I could see the logic. The only other logic I thought, Matt, was maybe AK wants to start us to play because he wants to win this game and drop those chances of getting a higher pick lower for the Magic. That's the only other reason I thought of. Maybe they want to do that.
If they waited until the 82nd game to play those odds and that odds game, I'm sorry, but I call bullshit, and I am actually not sorry. I lied a second ago.
Exactly.
Not sorry.
But this, again, is my point. Nothing makes sense. It makes no sense in any way, stretch, form, or imagination. So why are they out there playing? But they did it. They got through it. DeMar and Zach were holding Zach's baby at the end.
Yeah.
Everybody was cool. Everybody was fine. Everybody walked away happy.
Zach's baby's real cute.
Super cute baby.
Not allowed in Toronto.
Not allowed in Toronto.
Actually, you know what? Go to Toronto.
No, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him at all. Not allowed. Not allowed.
Raptors will make quick work of the Bulls.
Not allowed.
It's the bad luck charms there.
Not allowed. I like how someone in the comments thought that, again, you were wearing a Detroit Pistons shirt.
Oh, come on
and then
now.
Colin said immediately, not a Pistons shirt.
Yeah, Colin knows what's up.
Yeah.
It's a Pistons logo.
Yes.
Read the text.
Read it. Read them and weep.
Horace Grant. Shout out Uncle Horace.
Legend.
Absolute legend.
Love him, man. Don't like it. Don't like it.
Our guy Bulls Troy said, I'll keep saying it, meaningless game or not, beating Detroit, always fun.
Cool.
Yeah, you know, which is why I wore the shirt today.
But it's still Detroit.
It's still Detroit.
You can still get that win without these, you know what I mean?
You could. You held the Pistons to 36%
Yes.
from the field. 81 points.
Jeez.
81 points.
Jeez.
48 NBA minutes.
That's not good.
That's
y'all.
wild.
That's not
I
good.
mean, we saw the Pistons out there acting a straight up fool.
Yes.
How many 3-second violations did they have?
They themselves had 4.
I didn't even know that rule existed anymore.
Seriously.
I mean, clearly it does, but it's never called.
Yeah, ever. It's not really
And
called.
the Pistons were like, ah ha ha, challenge accepted.
That's right.
We dare you to call 4 3-second violations on us, NBA officiating crew.
And then the Bulls said, hey, we want to get in on this too.
Bull said, hold my beer.
Mark Davis said, here you go. Get yours as well. Quotas to fill, ladies and gentlemen. We got to do that.
So looking at the maybe not as many minutes as we wanted from the younger guys, from the bench guys today, Dave, did anybody stand out to you from that second unit as showing you something today from the pool of players who you wanted to see them show you something in a meaningless game like this?
Well, I would say Terry Taylor, but he already showed me something when they got. I wanted him to play then.
He came out and still kept showing us things.
He kept showing me things.
Yeah.
But the day they got him, I was like, I want this dude to play.
Yeah.
You already know how I feel about Dalen Terry. So the guy I wanted to see, there were 2, was Marco and Carlik Jones. Those are 2 I wanted to see. And obviously out of the both of them, the dude who actually won the king of the game is the one who impressed you the most. He went out there, he scored. He did what he does. He went out there and he put the ball into the basket. And that is actually your job. Handles be damned, screen, whatever. Can you score? You can? Oh, great. This is awesome. I love the pass that he had. I believe it was to Io, the length of the floor pass that he had for the fast break lay-in. That was awesome to see as well. I just wanted to see him play because, again, the Bulls are struggling at the position of point guard. And so to have a point guard.
Of the century.
Correct. I'm being very nice when I say that. But to have a guy on your team who won an award playing a position, being the best player in the league, warrants a look. You know what I mean? I'm not saying oh my God, he's the answer. Why wasn't he playing all season? I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you've been deemed the best player in that league and you play a position where they are starving at, a position where when they lost it, they lost everything. You know what I mean? They lost it all. They lost their 3-point shooting. They lost their IQ. You know, they lost easy points. They lost defense. You know, they lost everything when they lost that point guard position. Now, Carlik Jones isn't going to give you that defense. This is not what he's going to give you. But you saw that he could provide something for you on the floor at that position. That's the reason I wanted to see it. Could he provide something and look like a competent NBA player?
Yeah.
And I thought he did look like a competent NBA player.
I think so too. It's just, I think, largely the matter of size.
Sure. Absolutely.
Size is the issue with Carlik Jones. If you are going to be a net positive player in the NBA who's that small and will get picked on and picked apart defensively and bullied defensively, you have to be an elite level playmaker and creator and facilitator and scorer on the offensive end.
Correct. You have
and
to
I
be.
don't know if Carlik has that level of potential.
Correct.
And, you know, seeing him play some scrub minutes in, a handful of meaningless games at the end of the regular season is one thing. What would happen? Like,
82.
I see our guy AK in the comments saying Terry Taylor and Carlik Jones should get more minutes, maybe too late. Rotations are set. If you're talking about looking ahead to next season, and look, I've heard Bulls fans shouting since they started watching, Carlik Jones light it up in G League. We have all these issues with this team. We got point guard issues. Why not throw him in there, see what he could do? I know Bulls fans have been thinking about it for a while.
Sure.
I have no idea if the Bulls brass will think about it this offseason.
That's the question.
The size is a non-trivial issue.
Yeah.
But for these games being what they were, I was impressed by what I saw.
And while you were saying that, like immediately just starting to was thinking of just smaller guards in the league.
Yeah.
You know, and what they kind of provide. And you think of Van Fleet, you know what I'm saying, what he provides. And the main thing he provides is scoring. You know what I mean? He can play D. He's a bulldog. You know what I mean? Also, he's a terror, period. But he provides that scoring.
How effective was Nate Robinson for the Bulls back in the day?
Yes, man. GTA.
The most undersized of undersized NBA guards.
That's what he did. I mean, Augustine, when he was
DJ
small.
Augustine.
Lucas III
little
was
dude.
understand.
John Lucas III. Little dude.
Little guys, man. So it's not like you can't play in this league and be that small. Isaiah Thomas would have been MVP that year. You know what I'm saying? Not your Isaiah Thomas, the Boston
other Isaiah Thomas.
Yes. The other Isaiah
we'll get
Thomas.
to the other one.
Yes. But he was having an MVP-like year. You know what I mean? When he was with Boston. Like, he was awesome. He was really amazing. It was because he was scoring all the time. It's not like because of his defense or nothing. So I'm saying all that to say when you don't have that prototypical NBA size, then you have to make up for it in some kind of other way. And it's usually scoring.
Right.
Is the way you make up for it. And Carlik Jones makes up for it in scoring.
Yeah. Sahism in the comments said, what is the call on Marco? The call is, just called you a cab. Bye.
Damn.
Bulls Troy said, I'm surprised Peck isn't in a better mood. I mean, he's back in the Berks. I am in a great mood,
He's in an
Troy.
amazing mood.
I am in a better mood today than I have been since we got back from Paris.
He literally hugged everyone.
And I had the post-Paris glow.
He hugged everyone.
I've been giving out hugs today. I was sitting outside on our balcony here at the
he
studio,
Yep.
soaking up rays of warm sunshine.
He has.
The Berks are out. Haven't gone all the way shorts yet. Haven't gone tank yet.
Yeah.
Saving that for full-flegged summer Peck.
No, like
this
I
is
told
transition Peck.
Yeah, like I told him when he's dressed like Huck Finn,
Dude.
then it's on the way. You know what I mean? Like he's about to go stomp in the river and get some fish out of there. He's ready to go, man. You know what I mean?
Nothing could bring me down today.
Tom Sawyer over here. He's doing
Game 82. We did it, you guys.
We did it, guys.
We did it, Joe. We did it, Joe. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back, and we want to talk about that other Isaiah Thomas.
Your boy.
Been running his mouth in interviews and on Twitter recently. Yeah. And, I mean, who doesn't still love Bulls-Pistons rivalry?
That giveaway is your shirt.
You think? We'll talk about that. Get to y'all's super chats on the other side of the break. Yep. But first, shout out to our friends at Fubo TV, which offers over 140 live channels of shows, movies, news, and that's right, sports. Live sports. Stream live TV from any and all of your devices. You can watch the most Chicago sports for the lowest price if you want to cut that cable cord. Start watching immediately with a 7-day free trial. No contract, no cable, No hassle. Just sign up and start watching. You can also store over 1,000 hours of cloud DVR
Say what?
included at no extra charge. So if you're out on the go while the game is on, you can record the game, watch it when you get home, and you can do that 500 times.
500.
Watch local teams while traveling. Maybe you're on a business trip, record it, or you can watch it live from anywhere.
Yes.
Because it's Fubo TV.
That's what
Watch
it is.
it anywhere. And for all of you Chicago sports fans, for all you baseball fans, baseball season just getting going, they offer marquee and NBC Sports Chicago on
dose.
Fubo TV. So whether you're a Cubs fan or a Sox fan, you can get your baseball this summer on Fubo TV
Double dose.
live. Use the link in the description below on our YouTube episode here, or go to FuboTV.com/CHGO to get 15% off your first month of Fubo Pro. Try it out.
Try it out. You know what else you should be trying? You should be trying to live your life like Summer Peck over here, or Transition Peck over here.
You live life
You should
like
be
it's the
living your
last
life,
day
man.
of school.
You know what I'm saying? Getting to that point where you're chilling, putting your feet up, because you know what that means? You got anything to do, man?
I got no plans.
No plans at all.
I got no plans.
No plans. And he will have a whole case of no plans when he's out there chilling on that patio with them shades on, baby, with his shady rays on and his Birks up. He will be having no plans. Goose Island Beer Company. That's who provides it. You know all the wonderful, delicious, amazing beer that they have. Of course, they got the 312 wheat ale, the standard. Of course, they got the Blackhawks can right there. You know, I remember I like talking to our guy, the rep out there.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Paul.
Yeah, shout out to P, man. He when he was like, look, you sit that can out there. Yep. People just gonna say, I want it.
Fire.
I want it. I need it. Got to have it. Absolutely right, sir. You are correct. That is an amazing can. And you saw the Bulls wearing their City Edition jerseys today. Well, they got that 312 City Edition can, y'all. The tall boy, full of that deliciousness, but looking so amazing, just like those Bulls jerseys, y'all. They also got that Bourbon County Stout. They got you living easy coach. I like saying that word. And of
I
course,
could see that.
I love some shandies. Oh, who don't like a shandy? Because it's about that time. It's the summer of Peck. And so you got to have your shandies. Got the lemon or the tangerine. Either one is on point. The Beer Hug IPA series, the Green Line, and of course, the Matt Peck approved and the Mark K beloved
Matilda.
Oh!
Not just a delicious children's book. It's a delicious Goose Island beer.
A delicious children's book. Yes. Yeah. Page 12 especially. Oh,
Rum delicious.
goes down so smooth. Oh, man. So grab you a beer from their innovation tanks at the Goose Island Tap Room. That's 1800 West Fulton. Or get yourself a smash burger and a fresh beer of the week at the original Clybourne Brew House at 1800 North Clybourne. For reservations and pickup, go to gooseisland.com/locations, and that is gooseisland.com/locations. That's the Goose Island Beer Company, the true taste of Chicago. Have an alert, Matt?
It is.
I saw Shirtless Wonder sitting out there while I was doing the ad read. He went back inside for a second.
Shirtless Wonder.
Shirtless Wonder, man, he's made 2 appearances already. I'm telling you, man, give a damn about the groundhog. When Shirtless Wonder shows up, it's time for summer.
Summer is coming.
That's
y'all.
how we know.
Summer is coming.
The Birks and the shirts.
The Night King has been slain. Summer is coming. And I can't wait.
I've only seen him in one outfit. Just that hoodie, a zip-up hoodie.
The zip-up
That's it.
hoodie,
Gray zip-up
no shirt
hoodie.
underneath.
No shirt underneath, chain hanging off the taco meat.
That outfit's going to be worn by models in Paris any day now.
Yes.
Walking up and down that runway.
You are fabulous. Shirtless Wonder is amazing.
Obviously. Okay, let's. We got some super chats we can get to here, Joe, before we start talking shit about Isaiah's house.
I think we only have one. I may have missed one.
Man.
AK, man, thanks for rocking with us for all season long. Thank you guys all for rocking with us all season long. But he says it's the rebounding that will doom Bulls. Bulls elite D, but not securing defensive rebounds will eventually tire out and demoralize the team. Add it to Billy's lineup. Add to it, Billy's lineup will be 3-on-5 on offense.
The Bulls did surrender 15 offensive rebounds to the Pistons of Detroit today, continuing that troubling trend.
Yeah, I wonder who's like one of the number one offensive rebounding teams in the league.
Yeah. AK also had a super chat saying, Zach, 3 for 20 over his last 3 games from 3 heading into the play-in. Bad trend when your best 3-point shooter is not making threes.
Not good.
Or does that mean he's due to have a hot one? Because, I mean, we've all seen Zach many times be like, you know what I feel like doing tonight? Hitting 7 or 8 or 11 threes. We know he can do that.
He can.
Whether or not he comes into that play-in game feeling it in a groove hot, Zach, or continuing his cold streak, Zach, well, we'll live with it either way because we have no other choice.
We have no other choice.
And the good news is I'm not worried either way.
Oh, that's good news for him.
Yeah.
You got to speak for yourself on this, sir. That's your good news. My good news is the Bulls are in the play-in, and I get to watch some of that basketball, and I'm very happy about it.
Yay.
Come on, Bulls. Let's get out here and do your thing, baby. That's right. Let's get out here and do it. Let's get out here and do it, y'all. Why not? Why not?
Hope they
Why
all,
the hell not?
Hope they all enjoy their play-in participation trophy.
Oh, everybody gets one, including the Bulls. Don't care. Gonna watch this. You're gonna enjoy it. Gonna enjoy the hell out of it.
Yeah, you know what else I've enjoyed the hell out of recently?
What's that?
Is watching Isaiah Thomas break down and cry and whine and complain like a toddler about shit that happened 35 years ago.
Yes.
It really, really tickles me.
Tickles your fancy.
It does. Okay, so there's been a few chapters of this recently. We all know the longstanding drama and feud between the on their way to championship glory Bulls and the bad boy Pistons, led by their Hall of Fame point guard, Isaiah Thomas. He was, I believe, on the All the Smoke show.
Yes.
With Steven Jackson and
Matt Barnes. Shout out.
Shout out to them. Really entertaining listen. If it's not in your regular rotation, I suggest you do so.
Agreed.
He was saying to them, MJ's got to come sit here on a platform like this and talk and explain to everybody why he's still out there every other day saying he hates me and he called me an asshole and all this. And he was like hearkening back to stuff that was said in The Last Dance when MJ said, you can show me whatever you want. You can't convince me he's not an asshole. Isaiah is still clearly heard about this.
Yes.
And said, if you want us to patch this up and be friends, you need to come out and make a public apology. Which I found to be hilarious. This is what Isaiah said. He said, if you didn't mean it when you called me an asshole and were saying all those mean things to me in your documentary, if you didn't mean it, then come out and make a public apology. Okay. And then we can be friends.
Okay.
And I heard that and I was like, but Isaiah, he did mean it and he doesn't want to be your friend.
Like, when did he say he didn't mean it?
MJ never said he didn't mean it.
That's what I was lost at.
I think Isaiah was like hoping.
Oh, okay.
That MJ just he got a little over emotional, and for the sake of the drama of the doc and whatever, he said something he didn't mean. No. But Isaiah said that in a leading way that was like, well, I'll still forgive you.
Right.
If you really didn't mean it,
right?
So long as you come out and publicly apologize
and bend the knee
for hurting my feelings,
bend the knee.
Which I truly do want your take on this, Dave, because as someone who is me,
yes,
F Isaiah, to hell with Isaiah. Every time he cries about this, it makes me laugh.
Yeah,
I get so much Schadenfreude out of watching Isaiah Thomas be sad about his life.
Yeah.
You are more kind-hearted than I am, and you have a greater respect, joy, and appreciation for the from Chicago Isaiah Thomas, arguably top 3-point guard all time.
Yeah, seriously.
I look past all that because I'm me.
Yes, you are,
and I'm an asshole.
Yeah, it happens.
What do you think about how Isaiah has brought this up again as someone who respected the hell out of his game?
Well, yeah, let me reiterate that too. Yeah, Isaiah Thomas is number 2 on my list of greatest point guards I've ever seen. When certain guys retire, like a Steph Curry and guys like that, I'm sure that'll change. But as of right now, Isaiah Thomas is number 2 on my list. And I've never saw anything like him. You know, being the side, we talked about little guards.
Right.
Being that little guard, but being that dominant of a basketball player at that size, when he can score with the best of them, one of the best passers on top of that, and was a solid defender, man. It wasn't shit you could do with Isaiah Thomas. The dude was special. In his time with the Pistons, like he likes to remind everybody, I beat Magic, Bird, Kareem, and Mike And he likes to remind people, and all this is fact. He did all of these things, man. Back-to-back champions with the Pistons. Bad boys pick. Can't remove their places in history.
No.
But you can't punch people in the face and then say, well, why are you mad? You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? I don't understand. What are you so mad for? I mean, I just punched you 30 years ago. I slapped you. Oh, and you're going to come out and talk about me like that? Some people don't like being punched in the face repeatedly.
No.
I don't know if, people know that. That's a thing. Guys don't like, or girl, whoever, don't like being hit in the face over and over and over again.
I've thankfully never experienced it personally, but I can't imagine I would enjoy it.
Can't imagine you would, Matt. Can't imagine it'd be a fun
I didn't even like it when my
experience.
brother would punch me in not my face repeatedly when we were kids. What's up, bro?
It's not a thing, man. And Mike, it was called the Jordan rules. That's what they did. They beat him up constantly and reveled in the fact that they beat him up constantly. Made documentaries telling you that they beat him up constantly.
Right.
In The Last Dance, they told you.
And then also in the Pistons doc, as Parra Jr. in the comments pointed out, saying Isaiah tried to absolve himself of all of the worst shit in that. It wasn't me. It was Lambeer who planned the walkout.
No,
it wasn't me who said those things about Larry Bird. It was Dennis Rodman. Well, okay, yes, it's true that Dennis said those things, but you double down on it.
Yeah.
And the walkout, I don't believe for a second that it was just Lambeer's idea and Lambeer alone.
You were the one off the floor that they put the camera on first because you're the leader of the team. So if you're the leader of the team, you can't absolve yourself from that shit and say, I'm just following this guy.
Even if it was Lambeer's idea, as the captain of that team, you couldn't have said, Isaiah, nah, man, we're going to shake their hands.
If Draymond Green organized that same walkout, the camera would be on Steph Curry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what he did. You're the leader. And that's who they're going to be looking at and focused on. Overall, I do think this is hilarious, though. Like,
isn't it so funny?
It is very, very funny because, like you said, it happened so long ago. It obviously still bothers him.
Right.
He doesn't like the way he came off, in The Last Dance. It still bothers him that he wasn't invited on the Dream Team. You know what I mean? But, you made your bed.
And again, that's not just MJ.
Right.
Which he explained in the doc for those of you who were too young to be there and remember. It wasn't just MJ who didn't want Isaiah on that team.
It's true, yeah.
Everyone else on that team had beef with Isaiah and didn't want to play with him.
That's true.
Larry Bird didn't like Isaiah.
He did not.
Obviously, Scotty, along with MJ, did not like Isaiah. Magic Johnson, at that time, despite their friendship earlier and they have since repaired it, at that time they weren't did not like Isaiah.
Scottie Pippen.
Everybody on that team was like, I don't want to play with Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, they didn't want him there at that point in time. And it clearly was the best, option to be selected, but they didn't want you there. There was a better option selected other than Christian Laettner, which was Shaq. You know what I mean? But they went with Christian Laettner. Like they had their own reasonings for going with that, but that was the main reasoning for that. We want to enjoy our trip, and we don't want to be sitting here with that. And Isaiah is the kind of guy, Matt, he'll do that to you on the court, but if you sit down with him, you'll strike up that friendship because he has that kind of personality where he's very nice and very cool, you know what I'm saying, and shows all that love. But when he's on the floor, he's a different human being. You know what I'm saying? And he's violent and he's trying to win and rip your damn heart out. That's how he played the game. That's what made him great. Yeah. And I don't want him to remove that from that aspect. But you cannot also like Matt said, absolve yourself from these moments in time, man, because we all have eyes. Yeah. I remember all of it. I saw it and I sat there and I watched it. You got to stand on it. Bill Lambeer is not over here crying about it. Bill Lambeer loves it. You know what I mean? 'Cause he's like, you goddamn right I did it. And I do it again.
Because Bill Lambeer, to this day, is, and I respect this about him, still petty enough to be like, yeah, fuck those guys.
Right. Still.
Don't care. Don't want to be friends with them. Don't care if they hate me. We were two-time champs. Had a great time. Right. To hell with them.
Right. Beat y'all and don't care.
Stand on that.
That's it.
Isaiah just comes across so, like, if you would just apologize and we could be friends. It's like, dude, MJ's got enough friends.
Dude, MJ, he's not apologizing. That's like apologizing to Scotty. If he can't get along with his own teammate, if his own teammate is telling him he won't do it, he ain't doing it.
It's hilarious to me how delusional Isaiah must be to think that publicly asking for an MJ apology would actually get him said apology and also not make him look like a total weasel loser.
Yeah, because Mike is not responding to any of these things, if you haven't noticed.
Mike don't do what Mike don't want to do.
Mike don't do what Mike don't want to do. Scotty talking crazy, you wouldn't even know it because Mike was like, I don't care. You know what I mean?
Charles Barkley was like MJ's best friend
Correct.
for decades.
He was.
Charles made one comment about how MJ hasn't done so hot running the Hornets as their owner, and MJ was like, cut out of my life.
Peace
Bye,
out.
Charles.
They're toxic.
You weren't even his friend before you did shit that pissed him off.
Yeah. Do I want to see this be reconciled? Of course I do.
Oh.
Is that, you know me, Matt? That's the kind of person I am.
Yeah, big guy loves all.
Come on. And you know why? Because I want to see that moment on NBA TV where they have that show where them two guys are sitting across from each other talking about those days. Like, I want to see a Bulls player and a Pistons player have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know who it can be. I guess it could be Joe Dumars and Scottie Pippen. Could probably do it. You know what I'm saying? And have that conversation.
Scottie and Dennis already made their piece.
Right. Oh, yeah. Before, right. When Phil Jackson even signed the contract, before the ink was dry. You know what I'm saying? Get your ass in there and apologize to Scottie Pippen today. All right? Today, Dennis. So, yeah, they're fine. But it's Michael Jordan and it's Isaiah Thomas. Like, they were just two big stars, especially at that time. Obviously, Mike's the bigger star.
Yeah.
But two huge stars at that time who had one of the greatest rivalries in sports.
Yeah.
So, of course, I want to sit there and watch them talk about it and, do that stuff like that. But it's not going to happen that way because, again, Mike don't care. You can keep talking. You can keep saying those things. Mike doesn't care, man.
And Trey 5 in the comments brings up a very good point, too, which is like Isaiah's out here publicly calling for a public apology. Trey 5 said, where's the apology for what the Pistons did to us? Like,
it was just basketball.
I don't remember hearing anywhere in that documentary or anywhere else Isaiah saying, yeah, we did some really low down dirty shit to them and I'm sorry about that.
Right. Nope. This is our brand of basketball.
Right.
We were tough.
Didn't apologize for the walkout either.
None of that.
Kind of tried to walk it back and like frame it in a different lens. When we have done things differently now, knowing how people reacted to it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Of course you would.
Great apology, Isaiah.
No, how you reacted, and the only reason I would back that up as far as his walking out is because it was exactly what was done to them by Boston. Boston did the same shit. Boston didn't, because my thing with that though was Boston hated you.
Yeah. I
don't know if the Bulls hated you. They just wanted to beat you so bad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it was just fans hated you.
Yeah.
We hated you. You got the shirt on. We hated Detroit, but I don't know if the players truly hate. I'm sure there were certain ones, for sure on that team. But I'm talking about Boston Celtics as a whole completely hated the Detroit Pistons. Every bit of them. Now, I'm sure Stacey King, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Cartwright, those Horace, maybe a couple of those players felt that way as far as a genuine straight up and down hatred. Obviously, again, look at the shirt. A straight up hatred of that team. But I don't know if it was as deep as Boston's was. Like, Boston's was deep hate. That wasn't a respect thing. They just truly didn't like you.
Yeah.
So when Detroit did it to the Bulls, Mike took that as a slight because he's like, dude, after every one, I'm shaking your hand. And then I'm doing the interview after that talking about, well, they were the better team. They beat us. They were the better team. We had a good season, but, they bested us this time. We got to get better, come back next year.
Yeah.
He thought he was going to get that same kind of level of professionalism from him.
Right.
And Detroit was like, you can go to hell with all that. Like, we getting up off this court, bro. Like, you swept our hand. We ain't here for this, man. So, yeah.
The cherry on top of this latest Isaiah Thomas sob story media tour is that Charles Oakley was also on All the Smoke pod.
Yeah.
And he was laughing with those guys about how, after hearing the Isaiah comments, MJ doesn't want to be your friend, man. That's what Oakley said to Isaiah, basically. He looked in the camera and was like, Isaiah, MJ doesn't want to be your friend. Yeah. And then he said, quote, he came into your city and took your city.
Yeah.
That's why you're really mad.
Yeah.
He took Chicago.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people believe has a lot to do with it.
Yes.
And Isaiah has said something along those lines in the past. Like, I would come home or be around family and they would be like, F you, F the Pistons, we're Bulls fans.
Yes.
We're rooting for the Bulls. We don't care if you're our son, brother, cousin.
No, Isaiah said this. I remember that. Yeah. So he can't walk that back either. He tried to walk that back.
There's clearly a lot of resentment there for Isaiah, but the funniest part of all of this to me is that after seeing Oakley say that, Isaiah Thomas quote tweeted Oakley saying that with, I remember us kicking your ass a lot. Someone please check my record versus any team Oakley played on. Sit down and be humble. Well, because the internet exists, lots of people who saw that immediately went and checked Isaiah Thomas's career record versus Charles Oakley. If you haven't seen it yet, care to take a guess?
Oh, I saw it, so you can go ahead and tell.
18-17.
Yep, sure was.
Really, really solid flex of domination there, Isaiah. Oh, I remember kicking your ass a lot. Somebody look up the record when I played Oakley. Okay. Click, click, click. Oh, you beat him one more time than you lost him when you played him over 30 times? Whoop-de-freaking-do.
Yeah, man. Isaiah, God, I love Isaiah.
He doesn't know how to talk
Isaiah,
shit.
man.
You almost feel bad for him because he's so bad at this.
Yeah, but I know he just wants it reconciled. You know, he wants that moment with Mike because he got that moment with Magic. You know what I'm saying? Like they repaired their friendship on national TV in front of everybody. Watched two grown-ass millionaires crying because they had a real friendship. These dudes used to kiss before every finals game on the cheek.
Yeah,
like
they were close.
That was close, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's close. All right. So yeah, they needed the healing in that. Mike and Isaiah never had that kind of relationship like that. But at the same time, man, I'm sure he's like getting older. When you get older, you get more reflective. Right. You know, as he's like, man, dude, I think it would be cool, you know, to get that. But Mike is a goon, man. Like, through and through, a goon. He don't forget nothing. You saw what he said in the last dance. I don't care what you got to say. Ain't gonna stop even thinking you wasn't an asshole. It's his words. Yeah. It's his words. This is like a 60-year-old man. And he's still like, yeah, you're an asshole, and I don't like you, and I'm never gonna like you. Damn. So, yeah, as much as I want to see the love and its stuff be repaired, but I can tell you like this. Hey, man, if Mark K and Joe Cowley can come together, why can't Isaiah and Mike? That's all I'm saying.
That is a fair question.
That's all I'm saying.
I think the MJ Isaiah beef is even more deep rooted. I really, really do.
It's fair.
All right, we'll take one more break. Come back to wrap things up. We'll hopefully hear from Will the Goat Gottlieb, who is at the UC catching the incredible Bulls Pistons action today to wrap things up. Big Dave, who do we have on deck?
Oh, them glasses that you put on your face.
Oh, I love those glasses.
Shades that are polarized. And the thing that Joey Spathis always says he couldn't get. They never understood.
They never understood.
They never understood, man.
Never.
They didn't get it. Oh, God. Why? Why, Lord? On your day of Easter. Why? Are these shades so damn expensive? They ain't get it. Well, Shady Ray set out to change all that, y'all. Giving y'all those premium polarized shades at an affordable price. Independent Sunglasses Company offers that world-class product just as good as any expensive pair that you have ever worn. The frames are durable, and the optics are extremely clear for all your outdoor adventures, even if your outdoor adventure is putting your Birks up on the table and having you a couple of no plans. Yay, yay. It's fun. It's fun to do. It's a do thing, man. So get your Shady Rays, put them on your face, and save you some money and look as cool as Mac Pet can. So if you don't love them Shady Rays either, you can exchange that new pair, y'all, and return them free within 30 days. There's no risk when you shop, and they got your back. Oh, and guess what? Also, if you mess around and you break them because you've been tossing your hats all damn day long and your glasses on your hat, guess what? They got that Mac Pet Lost and Broken Replacements playing, y'all. Hat going. There it is. Shades are on them. Oh, my God. I didn't mean to do that. In the 82nd game of the season, I did not mean to break my Shady Rays.
82, Dave.
82 of them things.
Did it.
Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair, y'all. No questions asked. So, exclusively for our listeners out there, Shady Rays is giving you their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com and use that promo code CHGO to get yourself 50% off for 2+ pairs of polarized shades. Try it for yourself, because guess what? They got five-star ratings from over 250,000 customers. Oh, you gotta love it, baby. Shout out to them. Shady Rays. What a raise. Oh, so shady.
So damn shady. Joseph, would you like to talk with me for a second about how awesome the money and energy saving opportunities are with our friends at ComEd?
I would, Matt. I would love to talk with you about that.
Good. I'm glad. The ComEd Energy Efficiency Program is committed to helping families and businesses in the communities they serve, helping manage energy usage and lower those energy bills. Now, and into the future, like MJ and Space Jam.
Now and into the future. That's right. ComEd does indeed offer a wide variety of incentives on lighting and other efficiency upgrades to commercial, industrial, and public sector customers of all sizes across this beautiful territory that we call Chicago.
Hey,
ComEd, they also offer free facility assessments that can help find energy-saving opportunities like for HVAC systems like Big Dave's got right in front of him, commercial kitchen equipment, or industrial processes.
oh my God, tell me how it works, Joe.
Well, Matt, I'm glad that you asked how it works because it's actually quite interesting and it's quite easy. An authorized engineer will work with you to develop a detailed assessment plan specific to your goals and also to your needs. These can be done in person or virtually and last approximately only 2 hours. Then, as easy as that, within 3 to 4 weeks, customers will receive a report detailing energy efficiency projects that they can start working on immediately. How soon? Immediately. Each recommendation will include estimated energy savings, project cost, potential incentives, and simple paybacks. So if you own a business, do not wait. Do not wait. And you know why you shouldn't wait, Matt?
Why?
Because you should get started saving money and saving energy today. For energy saving tips, lighting incentives, or to schedule your free facility assessment, go to ComEd.com/poweringbiz.
Did you say ComEd.com/poweringbiz?
That's right, ComEd.com/poweringbiz. Schedule it today.
Joey ad reads. Love it.
Thanks, everybody.
Love ComEd. Love Joey ad reads.
Dude, Haslam had 24.
Huh?
Haslam had 24.
UD?
Haslam had 24.
You know his over-under on points today when they said he was going to play?
What's that?
3.5. There was some easy money.
Some easy
Wish I
money
had
right
seen
there.
that.
Yes. Oh, my goodness, man. Shout out to him.
So that's, so it's not officially over because the Heat are playing in the play-in.
Yes.
Maybe he'll get some tick there. But so you said he's officially calling it a career after this season's over?
As far as he calling it a career, they brought out the rocker chair for him to half court. He sat in it. Of course, all-time great Dwayne Wade was there wearing his Udonis Haslam jersey. Thank you, Matt. On cue. Well, on cue.
That's
right.
wrong.
Yes, rocking his jersey and everything, man. So I'm sure that has something to do with that, having his boy Wade there.
Sure.
I'm sure inspired, him to go out there and, give his best performance in 58 years.
I got an
that was
alert
great
on
to
my
see.
phone today. Udonis Haslam banks in 3 in his final regular season game. So
Yeah.
he was
He caught an
letting
alley-oop, too.
He was letting it fly. Caught an
Clearly-
alley-oop.
Caught an alley-oop.
Remember when they had that highlight a couple years ago when
Yes.
somebody threw
And
him
he
the
looked like
alley-oop?
he broke
and
his body in half.
No, don't throw me alley-oops anymore.
Yes,
A
I
UD
remember.
bucket in a meaningless 82nd game of the season. Clearly what push notifications and phone alerts were made for.
Yes.
Wait, let's get to our final read here so we can get the goat in, huh?
Let's do it. What do we got? Game time? I believe.
Final ad read.
Yeah.
There's one more?
There's one more, baby.
Oh,
Big
man.
Dave.
It's time for the games?
Big Dave,
Is it time for the games?
what time is it?
It's game time, Joey.
Try to turn the tables on him there.
Well, that's right. But it's a hard table to turn, baby. It's a tough one right there. But it's still game time, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Buying tickets to your favorite event should not be stressful. They should be cool, smooth, and collected. Game Time is going to make it super easy for you because it's the fast and easy way to buy tickets to all your sports, music, comedy, and theater near and around your wonderful self with killer deals. Killer deals.
Sunday.
Tickets. And their best price guarantee, you can stop stressing. You can chill on out and stop stressing over them tickets and start getting hype for the fun that your sexy self is going to have. Those flash deals and those last minute tickets, that easy to find buy tickets for every kind of event in your area. Images of the seat views, which is my favorite thing ever. I'm always
Gotta
looking at
have
the
the seat
images
view.
of the seat views, bro, all the time. And of course, like I told you, that low price guarantee, that event cancellation protection, that job loss protection. They got you covered in any way possible on your tickets, y'all. So, hey, you ain't got to worry about planning months in advance. You know what I mean? Some people like doing that. Some people like the spontaneity of life. Go ahead. Game Time's got you covered either kind of way. they're going to have your back, man. It's the fastest growing ticketing app in the country for a damn reason, all right? So snag them tickets without no stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code CHGO for $20 off your first purchase. You heard what I said. Woo! CHGO, $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. But again, create an account, redeem that code, CHGO, $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Because Matt Peck, what time is it?
Game Time who?
He is on.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
Joining us now on the Goat Talk Hotline, it's our guy Will the Goat Gottlieb, perfectly coiffed. Follow him on Twitter for all of his Bulls reporting updates, tidbits, videos. Will_Gottlieb. Read everything he writes for us, allchgo.com.
All of it.
Will, what was the vibe at the UC today for Game 82? Was everyone there as hyped as I was here for this shit to be over?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, there were surprisingly a lot of people there, and a lot of people stayed for the entire game. A lot of people stayed the full 48. Obviously, they won by a lot, but the game itself didn't have a ton of meaning outside of for the standings, right? They're already locked in. This doesn't really change where they fall for the playoff or the play-in tournament. So it was kind of just almost an exhibition feel where you want to get these guys reps. You want Zach and DeMar and Vooch and Patrick Williams, those last two, getting their 82nd games in, which is awesome. But you want them to stay fresh and get the reps before, a 3-day break here before they go to Toronto. But I would not say that was any sort of tense atmosphere or anything like that. I mean, it was in the grand scheme of things, one of their more meaningless games.
Yeah, Will, I hated every second of the starters playing. I didn't understand it. I didn't grasp it. Even I heard Billy saying about the medical team, saying, you just want to keep them active and light. I hear that, but that's not something you're telling a team if they're, a top 4 seed. You still would probably be having those guys resting like those teams are. So
and those guys get an additional week off because
exactly, which is the point I made. Yes, sir. Absolutely right. We on the same page. But was there anything that you saw though that could have given them something, for actually playing this game, knowing that they have to play on Wednesday?
What do you mean by something?
Some kind of just rhythm, making sure they weren't stiff, making sure guys got out there, got up and down the floor, in case they didn't get in, that Friday game, which is what Billy was saying. He didn't want them to just be that stagnant. I'm asking, did you see anything like that? You're like, oh, okay, this could help.
It was beneficiary.
Correct. This could help going into Wednesday, just getting them legs wet.
I mean, this game, I don't want to say layup lines because they were actually competing, but it was super low intensity. So I don't think, obviously freak accidents always happen, but they're freak accidents and you can't really plan for them. I think the medical team and the coach and the players all kind of went into this game with an idea of what they wanted to do. I know it was really important to Vooch and Patrick Williams to play all 82 games this year. It's a tremendous accomplishment, just through the grind. And one of the underrated storylines of this team is the general availability of, the main core rotation guys, obviously with the exception of Lonzo. Zach played 70 plus, DeMar played, I think, high 60s, 70s. Caruso played 67. Vooch and Pat, like I said, just played 82. So I think there's something to be said for rhythm. Had Zach not played today, Zach and DeMar had they not played today, it would have been a full week and a half probably before the play-in game, or maybe a little bit less than that. But yeah, it didn't seem like it was that important, but they kind of wanted to stay fresh and keep their legs, fresh just to be ready for Wednesday. You don't want to take too much time off. I'm not sure how much that actually affects these guys, but for them it was important.
Will, while maybe we didn't see as many minutes from them as we would have liked, did anybody stand out to you from that second unit today that was more minutes for younger guys, fringe guys who just showed up? Whether it's Dalen, Terry Taylor, Carlik Jones, anybody else who got tick off the bench, did anybody do anything specifically impactful from your perspective?
I don't know about impactful, but somebody who did something that stood out was Marko Simonovic after he hit that three and he just ran down the court like that. That was impactful.
That was
I talked
goodbye to the United States, I think.
I talked to Carlik Jones a little bit before the game to talk to him about his G League MVP, which I feel like has been another underrated storyline. Like nobody's really written about that or anything.
The game
like
tonight,
that.
Will.
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, I thought he looked really good. He had a nice floater. He hit a couple of threes. Had a really nice hit-ahead pass in transition. I think it was to Terry Taylor. He can play. I like that guy. And just congratulations to him for winning the G League MVP. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment.
Will, do you have any idea if Javonte Green will be ready to go on Wednesday?
I'm not getting my hopes up about Javonte. He's been available. He has been off the injury report. But the fact that he has either not gotten in or only played like the last few minutes of garbage time for the past few weeks since he's been back has been a little bit concerning. I would not expect much from him in the way of production for Wednesday's game in Toronto. I also don't know how much he will factor into a matchup like that. We've talked a lot about the defensive rebounding and the importance there for that game. I feel like they might want to go a little bit bigger. Obviously, the Bulls kind of lack size at the power forward position, and Patrick has his rebounding issues. But I think in general, they'll want to be a little bit taller. And if somebody's not 100% against this kind of team, they're probably going to have a hard time playing because they will just keep coming at you super aggressive, and you need to be like 100% there.
The Bulls did win today, Dave.
They did get a W.
Shall we
Goonish time.
shall we goon it?
Goonish time. Joseph, please.
I'm curious who Will's giving his goon to, watching that one up close and personal. Because that entire game was goonage.
Yes, it was.
And I'm glad I called that guy.
Ooh.
Goon of the night.
So many options tonight.
So many options. There was a ton of goonery.
This is what, the 40th Goon of the night?
40th goon
Yeah,
of
the
the
Bulls
night.
were
40th goon of the
40
night.
42.
40th
That's
goon of
40
the
goon of the night.
Absolutely right. There have been 40 goons of the night given out. Thank y'all for enjoying and watching them all. GOAT, since you are the GOAT, we will start with you, sir. Who was your goon of the night?
I'm going with the man whose last name is on the table in front of you guys, Dalen Terry. He just had so much energy tonight. I know he didn't get to play as much as he probably would have hoped in the previous game against the Mavericks, but came in plus 20 today, had like 3 steals. He was pulling up transition threes. Every time there was a whistle and somebody shot the ball on the other end, he would like goaltend it out and like had a couple of Euro steps. He was just like going hard today and had that energy. And I can't wait to see him start to develop a little bit more and become sort of a fixture of the rotation, because I think there's a player there for sure.
I agree.
Meanwhile, local Bulls fans said, y'all got to keep track of who has the most goons of the night to give out the goon of the season. We obviously will do that next season and moving forward, because that's a good call.
Baby.
We did not track it this season.
This is right. Yeah.
We will next season. I was tempted to give my goon love to Patrick Beverley, who just was 110% himself today.
Got a text.
Only Patrick Beverley in a game this meaningless could get elbowed in the face and get a technical foul.
It's true.
How did he do both of those things in this game against this Pistons team that meant nothing?
Yeah.
That's some Pat Bev goonage for sure. But I have to give the slight edge to the Pistons / NBA officiating crew, who called 18,000 3-second violations in one NBA game.
Yes.
How does that happen? How is it possible?
How?
The refs were like, hey, let's have some fun today, and the Pistons are that laughably bad. My jaw was on the floor.
Yeah.
They called another one?
Yeah.
Wait, they called another one? Wait, they called another one?
Another one.
Good shit. That many 3-second violations is straight up good shit.
Yeah, he's right. Haven't seen it before. Spathis, young man, sir.
It's cliche, but I'll go with the chat and the fans.
Giving goon to the chat.
82 games. It's been an up and down season. I think there's been, some varying disappointment here, and not everyone's expectations were met, but the numbers were consistent. The vibes were high. You guys have supported us nonstop, and y'all are the real goats. So Goon or not, you guys are the MVPs.
Well said. I agree with that. You're the real MVP.
I like
Pandering
that
to the
very much.
Joeys.
Dude. Oh, Joey. Will, you missed his acceptance speech of becoming
And
Joey
I am also
1K
Goon of the
at top
night for
of the
1K.
show.
Thank you.
You should go back and listen to it later. It's great.
I'm very proud of my celebratory tweet.
Dude, it's so
You should be,
good.
sir. It was pretty good.
We
pretty
did it, Joe.
We did it. Well, Goon of the night.
This came to me.
Ooh, this was tough. Slightly edging out the referees. Slightly edging out the referees is Bulls Nation. Joey's correct. You give it to Bulls Nation for the season, for what they have endured and went through and watched and still supported was this team. There were many times they could have said, screw this, we're done. We're off of here. But nope, kept showing up and then kept showing up here to watch us yell and complain or sometimes, be happy, about it. But they kept showing up here and telling us that they enjoy what we do as part of Bulls Nation because of that. And that's a debt we can really never repay. But we're going to keep showing up here talking about it and giving all the love that we can, guys. But you all, Bulls Nation, are the true goons of the night, man. You all deserve this belt for what you endure and what you put up with every single year, man. You guys are Teflon, all right? This goes to you. Thank y'all.
Absolutely well said. Absolutely deserved. Now for me to ruin this beautiful, touching moment. Y'all know why Big Dave gave y'all Goon of the Night tonight? Because he knows we're losing on Wednesday. This is his last chance. Oh, it feels so good to be so cynical.
That's incredibly cynical.
Oh, I love it.
That had nothing to do with it. But okay.
Wow.
Sounded funny. So
I know the real motivation.
is that what it was?
Uh-huh.
That's what I was doing?
Yeah. I'm an asshole. And I do agree with everything you said. We appreciate you guys out there at Bulls Nation so much. We appreciate you tuning in. But I know why you did it just now.
That's not why.
In case it was the last Goon of the night, had to give the love to Bulls Nation. Have to. They deserve it the most. And who knows if we get that chance on Wednesday.
Who knows if we get the chance on Wednesday. But the fact is, we get a chance.
We do
on
get a
Wednesday.
chance.
That is the point.
You get a chance.
You get a chance.
We will find out what happens then. Will, thanks for joining us on Postgame. Everybody, make sure you're reading what Will writes, allchgo.com. Follow him, Will_Gottlieb. The next climb is Goaty 10K.
Goaty 10K?
Getting close.
Goaty 10K?
Goaty 10K.
You call him Gautier? Is that what
We've gotten Joey 1K. Now we need Goaty 10K.
Goaty 10K.
Just doesn't feel right without the Y on it.
Oh, man. He's just the GOAT. He's an adult. He doesn't get nicknames like Goaty. He's an adult. all right?
Will_Gottlieb.
That's right.
Esquire.
That's right. You better do it right, sir. He don't quaff that for no reason.
Joey-
That ain't perfectly quaff for no reason.
Is at Joey Spathis. Follow him. Just because he has 1,000 followers now doesn't mean
Yeah,
he's
follow me
stopped.
or don't. I don't even care anymore.
He's tapped out.
Big Dave is at Bow, BNWL Sports. I'm Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. We are off tomorrow. We will have a show for y'all Tuesday afternoon to get y'all ready for that Wednesday play-in game. And then, of course, we will be here for pregame and postgame of Bulls Raptors play-in, win or go home on Wednesday night. One more time, as Dave said, as Joey said, much love to y'all out there in Bulls Nation. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all so much.
Thank y'all.
Make sure you subscribe to CHGO Sports on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out if you haven't already. And we will talk to y'all on Tuesday. This has been CHGO Bulls Postgame, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Until next time, see Red be good. 82, we did it!
Peace.